What's up, guys? Whew. I think I lost a little bit more weight. Yesterday I was swollen up. I think it was a lot of sodium in my body is the reason why I looked like I was fat, so I didn't make a video yesterday because of that. Um, yeah, I want to talk about why I have distrust in government and distrust in law enforcement. Now, I want to make a disclaimer here. I do, however, have friends on the force where I live at, but they are an exception to the rule. But the reason being is because I watch a lot of YouTube videos and I see what go on with certain situations where cops have shot people, have killed people, have showed up to house visits where there was a call for a suicide instead of a homicide, and yet the person who called sometime ended up getting shot and killed, and also the person who wanted to commit suicide. And so I have a lot of distrust in law enforcement because of that reason. Um, and just it's a lot of stuff that I've seen, even in my case back in '07, where cops showed up at my house for really no really good reason, but they showed up and they were very disrespectful and rude as soon as they came to my door, and I shouldn't have let them in. Had I known what I know now, it wouldn't have happened. Um, anyway, the prosecutor on that case tried to prosecute um, very unjustly because we went to city council and told that the cops were rude. The way they went about things were wrong. They didn't have their car cameras on, dash cams on, and things like that. Is because they were running dirty. The cops were running dirty and they didn't want to be exposed. And so even the even the prosecutors were running dirty, and that's why they did what they did, trying to prosecute all hard instead of prosecuting with a just mind. And they weren't seeking justice, they were seeking revenge. And this is what the state does when you stand up like a man and defend you and your family. They didn't like the fact that I stood up like a man and went to city council and told it like it was. And so the prosecutor said, well, when the judge was going to dismiss the charge on my wife for disorderly conduct and obstructing official business, which she didn't do, they were mad because she didn't lie on me and say that I beat her and put my hands on her. But the cops were looking for that, and that's the reason why they charged her with that. They had to find a reason. That was the reason, is because she didn't try to destroy me. And that's what these cops do. They try to use women to destroy men. So you women out there, be cautious about all of this. Don't let them destroy your man, because once they go into that prison cell, that jail cell, game is over. Their record is tarnished. But I want to get back to what I was saying. That prosecutor told the judge, said, yeah, this case got a lot of publicity, and this is the real reason why you want to carry on this case, is because the case got publicity because your officers got exposed. Man, y'all are on some bullshit. But this is the reason why I don't trust the state. It's because the state will use its resources and power to destroy you. This is another reason why I don't vote for public officials, elected officials, so-called elected officials, is because they use their power once they get into office to destroy the very people who put them there. And people better learn. You have to look toward yourself for leadership and power. You have to look toward yourself for guidance and all of that and survival. But when you depend on another man, you depend on a bunch of men, a bunch of women called the state to help you, you best believe they're not going to. And I want to emphasize too, while I'm on this point, is that the cops are not here to, some of them, I know in their minds they believe they're doing the right things and they're trying to protect people, but cops are not obligated to protect you. That is in the federal law. That many states even have this on the books. And I'm gonna tell you a quick story about a guy in New York who was being jumped and stabbed by another man on a train in a substation, and the cops sit right there, right by, and didn't do anything. And they waited until he got the guy off his back to step in and do something. The guy who was being attacked went and filed a lawsuit against that particular police department who didn't do anything when he was getting attacked. And you know what the court did? They threw the lawsuit right on out. Sure did. They said the cops are not obligated to protect you or help you. So what is this whole thing about protect and serve? Because it seemed to me that's at the bottom of their to-do list or chore list. The first thing that they are supposed to do, is to imprison you, take away your freedom, period. I'm telling y'all guys, man, I'm telling you, this is what the state is all about. The state only creeps up in areas in which they can control, manipulate, and exploit people. That's what the state is all about. It may start out small, it may start out benevolent, but eventually it turns into a huge machine out to destroy everybody. And this is what's up. So you guys understand that the state is not a social worker. The state is not here to help you. When you start putting things above you and things are here to protect you, you best believe it's going to destroy you in the end. You better look at the movie Matrix, where human beings built machines, and those machines turned right back around to enslave human beings. And that's exactly what the state is all about. And this is why I have a mistrust in the state. So that's it. I'm out.